impersonation. You tell me which is worse, my impersonation or my singing. Shake it off. Anyways, in all seriousness though, he didn't mention the one thing that I wanted him to mention in this clip, um, because, well, I don't know why he didn't do it. I hope it wasn't because he's trying to get black folks to hang on to this idea that getting a good old education is how you get far in life, when we played that game and look at our situation now. Other races, other people are playing that game, and it just lands us in debt. But you know what will get you out of debt? Bitcoin. You know what will not land you in debt as long as you play it safe and smart? Bitcoin. You know what is away from this fucked up system that is keeping black folks down? Bitcoin. Call me a Bitcoin shill. I'll gladly take that mantle. You know what I'm saying? I'll gladly take that. I am shilling Bitcoin, but unlike the shills you're used to, when I shill something, it's because I feel I don't call it shilling. I call it being a passionate supporter and believer. So believer, I believe I'm a believer, not a shill. But if you want to use the word shill, let it be that. But when I shill something or someone, it's because I believe in them or believe in it. Whereas the shills you shill you believe are true, they're getting paid to do so. I don't get paid to shill Bitcoin. Jeez. I mean, I wish I did. And even if I did get paid to talk about Bitcoin, I was doing it for free, like I am now, because I truly believe in it. What does that got to do with anything? Again, RFK is a Bitcoiner. And I don't want to make it seem as though I'm just relying on this white dude to educate black people on Bitcoin, because, again, that is my job. That is our job. But ultimately, it's black folks to want to understand and not allow our emotions, because this is the underlining issue that I see is not with all black folks, because I'm not the only black Bitcoiner I know, thankfully, right? But what I also see within the black community is us shying away from Bitcoin, because look at all these white people, look at all these Asians involved in it. This is not for us. We got to get our emotions and this whole false perception about shit. And even if we step into these places, these conferences, these Bitcoin spaces, and you don't see many black folks out there, shout out to my guy Dante Cook. Shout out to my guy Sir Ulrich. You know what I'm saying? Two black brothers in the Bitcoin space that I champion and I'm a fan of. And yeah, the majority of the other people that I listen to, they're not black. But that don't mean I feel as though that I don't deserve Bitcoin. I just bought some the other day. I wouldn't invest in Bitcoin if I didn't feel that way. I wouldn't have invested in it since 2021. Had I felt like, oh, this is not for black people, I don't see enough black people in here. It wasn't seeing someone black in the Bitcoin space that made me motivated. What motivated me into educating myself, there's the education aspect, but educating myself, getting educated on Bitcoin, was seeing how it was different from the US dollar. Different from bullshit credit, different from all of that. How it is something that we can use. We as black Americans, anybody, But I'm speaking as a black American, so I'm saying we in that sense. When I say we, I'm speaking about black Americans because I am one. But how we can get out from under the boot of the system. Bitcoin. So I don't need an RFK to tell me these things. But what I don't want Bitcoiners, whether it's RFK or others, to do is to be the types that will go, because I feel as though, I hope this isn't the case, but if he were to be in front of a bunch of white Catholics, would he be hesitant and tell them about Bitcoin? Even if you go in a group of full of black folks and they're like, nah, we don't fuck with it because our favorite rappers don't do it. Or Obama, for whatever reason, you still hanging on to Obama, and Obama's like, no, I don't want you to fuck with Bitcoin. That's a terrible Obama impression either. I do terrible impressions, y'all. But anyways, so it's like, even if Obama was like, black people don't do it, and you're like, yo, we don't want to do it because Obama said, at least you tried. At least you tried educating those black folks on it. Now, it's up to them at the end of the day whether they take the bait, whether they go forward with the education. And I'm not saying it's all on RFK or anybody for that matter to, again, teach Bitcoin to black people, educate them on Bitcoin, and to get us on board with it. I can do that. Again, I can do all of that if I wanted to. I got a speed wallet. I got Strike. I got all that stuff where I can instantly send some Satoshis to somebody via the Lightning Network and show them how that works. Educate them on that. I told you I have the Bitcoin white paper. I was just reading it the other day. I just like looking at it from time to time. I have the Bitcoin white paper, both on this device that I'm recording this episode on and on my phone. Multiple copies of this thing to where I gladly will share it to anybody interested in wanting to read the Bitcoin white paper. And again, sharing posts online and all this other stuff. This is how I educate black folks on Bitcoin. So I know this has been super long. I'm going to cut this up on YouTube, but yeah, if you're not on YouTube, you're getting the long version. It ain't what it is, all right? I'm only doing one other topic after this, so we're going to take a break, and then we'll stay tuned, all right? Yeah.